Okay, thank you for joining us on this episode of Lord of Lore. I'm your host, Mark Norman. My co-host is Lord Drew. You can find him at Lord_Drew_72 at Twitch. He does video games, so check him out. Hit that like and subscribe button. Feel free to comment below about this episode or any future episodes you'd like us to check out. So thanks. Enjoy the show, and thanks for stopping by. And then, and now, uh, go to the next Captain America movie, Captain America: Winter Soldier. And this, after what happened in New York and stuff, uh, in this one he starts off he's part of Shield or helping Shield. Because in this movie, I don't think he quite knows where he is, and he's still learning this world. Now, the next movie is Captain America: Winter Soldier. What this movie starts off, Captain America is working with Shield. He's still trying to find where he really belongs.
Right. Shield is it's his unit now.
Right.
That's where he feels he's assigned. That's who he's
where
working
he feels
for.
he needed.
Right. This is who he's working for.
Right.
The government under Shield.
Right. And then, of course, with Shield, they have operations that are morally sometimes not always.
Yeah, they're shady.
Good. Right. They're shady.
Governments are shady.
So, right.
History proves governments are shady.
Right. So he's with each mission, you can tell he's starting to get tired and doesn't think this is right, or where he doesn't think he belongs here anymore.
Yeah.
Morally, he doesn't.
Yeah, he's seen that him and the
anymore.
government aren't getting along.
Right.
This Project Insight. 3 next generation helicarriers synced. Once we get them in the air, they never need to come down. Continuous suborbital flight, courtesy of our new repulsor engines. Stark? He had a few suggestions once he got an up-close look at our old turbines. These new long-range precision guns can eliminate 1,000 hostiles a minute. The satellites can read a terrorist's DNA before he steps outside a spider hole. We're going to neutralize a lot of threats before they even happen.
The fun usually came after the crime.
We can't afford to wait that long.
Who's we?
After New York, I convinced the World Security Council we needed a quantum surge in threat analysis. For once, we're way ahead of the curve.
By holding a gun to everyone on Earth and calling it protection.
You know, I read those SSR files. Greatest Generation? Guys did some nasty stuff.
Yeah. We compromised, sometimes in ways that made us not sleep so well. But we did it so that people could be free. This isn't freedom. This is fear.
SHIELD takes the world as it is, not as we'd like it to be. It's getting damn near past time for you to get with that program, Cap.
Don't hold your breath.
So, yeah, because
there's that moment when Nick Fury thinks he's opening, he sees that he's losing, Cap.
Yeah.
And so he thinks, I'm going to show him the operation and this is going to bring him in. Not realizing that Captain America's government, because he thinks the government's fighting for the Constitution and the freedoms of America. This is not that.
Right.
What Nick shows him is, fear.
Fear, yeah.
He's like, this is fear. This is fear mongering. This is horror.
Right.
This is communism. This is socialism.
Right. He's like,
everything I don't like.
Right. He's basically saying, I thought the punishment happened after the crime.
Right. Thought you had to do a crime before we could punish you. And here's you got, these huge, Hydra ships basically in Cap's eyes. That before he knows they're Hydra ships. That's what he sees. He sees it. He just doesn't call it that.
Right.
But he says everything that's Hydra. Look at this is evil. This is what you're doing. Yeah. We might not be on the same side, but
right. But here's the Captain America part. After him and Captain America have that interaction, even Nick Fury is starting to have doubts now.
Right. The Captain America effect. Man, that's a very righteous way to look at it.
Right. So he goes and tries to get it.
Yeah, he's like, maybe we should take a little step back,
Right.
Just make sure this is all kosher. Seems a little, does seem a little shady,
Right.
you know?
And then, and this movie also, they introduce the Falcon character, Sam Wilson.
Yep.
I mean, the funny way, on your
Right.
left.
Yeah, running around the Washington Monument Lake
Right,
or
and
whatever, and Captain keeps pacing him and running past him, and on your left and on your left. And then the last one, he's like, "Don't say it, don't say it." Falcon's like, "Don't say it."
On your
And
left.
Captain America's like, "On your left." Just keeps lapping him over and over and over again.
Right. I mean, I just like that. They instantly gelled.
Yeah,
Instantly is.
that kismet, that meeting, that
Yeah.
not doesn't always have to be dating.
Right.
It can be friends.
And then, I mean, that beginning mission where he has to go rescue SHIELD personnel from a ship that got hijacked.
Right,
I mean, that was cool scenes.
right. You got to see Batroc the Brawler.
Right.
To see him adapt to a new fighting style and take it on a little bit.
I mean, when he tells Captain America he's nothing without that
Yeah,
shield.
I thought you were more than just the shield.
Right.
That's that line that you can't say to Captain America. You
No.
put it away and hand it to you in a way you didn't know it was
Right.
coming.
Right. And that's what he did. He put the shield away. He took this guy to school.
In his own art,
Right.
that he'd never seen before.
No, but he adapts.
Well, he may have. We're not sure.
That's
I mean,
true.
if they showed him a lot of stuff, they were showing him a lot of videos. How much did they show him? How much did he would start researching on his own? He's got that genius mind, that soldier mind. He would have probably looked into things.
Right. He
I
probably
mean, even in the movies, you can tell he's a master of multiple martial arts. He had to learn them somewhere. Had to
Right.
see him somewhere.
right. I'm sure that's one of the things he
So,
looked up too. Is
Maybe
Yeah.
he saw Batroc the Brawler's thing. He saw his combat style. He looked into it a little bit and instantly adapted and started using it. That's how he is, He's that kind of character that if he wants to, he could emulate George Foreman. He could emulate Muhammad Ali. He could emulate Mike Tyson, and he'd embarrass them all.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be embarrassing. It wouldn't even it'd be, we wouldn't want to see it. It'd be like bullying, unless you like bullying, maybe you'd love it, but I don't like bullying. So,
Right. And this is the first time you see that Shield has other missions.
things
Agendas.
going on. There's you're many sides of their coins.
Right. And this is where why it all happens, and then that scene where Nick Fury gets attacked in the car. That was crazy.
That was awesome. It showed Shield tech.
Right.
It showed It showed
Right.
it showed a lot of tech on both ends.
Exactly. And then,
Right. The Hydra had come prepared for Shield tech.
Right.
They've
Because people inside the Shield probably
Yeah.
giving them, hey, this is what gonna take to break this window. Or
right. They knew what they got to bring some shit.
I like that when the window integrity kept going down, he's like, hold it.
Right. He
Wait.
knew when his opportunity would be best. He's showing he's a good soldier himself. He knows war.
Right. And
Not only does he know war, but he knows his weapons.
And he pretty much got out of there.
You got to know your weapons.
Right. He pretty much got out of there, but ended up running into the Winter Soldier. Which, I mean, that first scene was pretty cool too. That thing that he shoots to get under the car.
Oh yeah, the magnet bomb. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was tight.
That was cool. But he ends up escaping. But while this is happening, Captain America, he's trying to find something. He's trying to find a familiarity from
Yeah,
that
he feels detached from
Yeah,
this world.
from this world.
Right. Or from his world.
Right. Because he finds Peggy Carter, but she's
Right. She's old. She's
got dementia.
senile. Yeah, she's lost her memories. They come and go.
Right.
She's, lived a long life, but it's shown,
Right. And again, he's still trying to find something.
something to basically tether himself to this world.
Right. Something that he could fight for.
Yeah. What's his cause? Does he
Right.
have one anymore? Is he needed? Does the world need a Captain America of any
Right.
kind?
That's the thing. He's trying to figure out is Is he outdated himself?
Yeah.
Is the Captain America ideal outdated?
Right.
It-
Does that America even exist that I
Yeah.
want to fight for?
Exactly. And then Nick Fury gets finally taken out by Winter Soldier. Uh, Captain America pursues him, and that's the first interaction he has. But he feels some kind of familiarity
Yeah.
from the get go.
Yeah. There's something about this guy. Yeah.
Right. I mean the fight scenes in this movie are insane too,
Yes.
especially
I mean, just the beginning, him dropping onto the boat,
right
talking
with
about he goes after-
parachute.
Yeah. Showing you, not only his durability, but his perfectionist. He's perfect. If he doesn't make that dive perfect, even Captain America breaks his legs.
Right.
So yes, hit perfect.
Uh, there was you, and then you got the elevator scene.
What's the status of what you wrote? Nothing, so just records.
Confirmed.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Mobilize strike units 25th floor.
Whoa, big guy. I just want you to know, Cap. It's impersonal! It kind of feels personal.
Where
It's one of the best combat scenes in any movie ever.
any movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
I find it hard to match,
no, I just recently watched it. I'm still amazed
isn't it?
on how good that fight was.
I mean, and it's like the only one that lands the hit, it's Crossbones.
Yeah.
Nobody else even lands a hit.
Nope.
Everybody else just gets massacred. But proving Crossbones has serious skill.
Right.
I'm
Right.
sure he's juicing something.
So, but I mean, that moment when he's like, before we begin, does anybody want to get off?
Right. Right. And they're all like, who's this cocky motherfucker? Right.
And I bet you some of them now wish they would have got off.
And yeah, they all worked with, a lot of them have worked with him,
Right.
A couple of them probably hadn't yet, but I'm talking about the main group of, Crossbones group, they all worked with Cap.
Yep.
So they knew him, and all of them, like humans, seen something human in him and like, I could take this dude.
Yep.
And so in that elevator scene, he brought that out of them.
Yep.
Their cockiness. He got them at their best,
Right. And they thought
That's why I said in a fight, Batman can't beat Captain America. They say it would go on for days. I don't agree. It wouldn't.
no,
It'd go on for hours maybe, but not days. Not days. I mean, you've probably got a 38 to 45 round fight where Batman's just barely hanging on for the last 15 rounds. But I'll give it to him. He's Batman, so he's going to hang on, but he can't win.
The quote Captain America, He can do this all day.
Right.
Batman can't do it all day.
Right. You can do this all day.
Yeah. So and then him and Black Widow be on the run. They're on the run from Shield now,
Right. Shield, who's is Hydra.
right? Because they're trying to figure out what's going on. Nick Fury is being framed. They're being
Right. They don't know it's Hydra yet,
right, but
anyone watching the movie, we all already should know.
yeah.
You know, at this point, you already know that they're Hydra.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that
They just need confirmation. We need the watch them get the confirmation.
right. So I like that scene where they go back to where he started
Right.
and
Back
discover
to his roots.
that Hydra had a little base
Right.
inside their hidden
Right.
base.
Right.
So,
Inside the Shield hidden base was a Hydra hidden base
right.
all along. You know, it's the deepest build. So it's been there all along.
Right. So yeah, it's been there since they've been there.
Right.
So that should tell you how deep Hydra was.
Right.
In Shield.
Hydra is Shield.
Right. It's basically
As you saw, the numbers were overwhelming. There were more Hydra sided than Shield sided.
yeah. So,
Captain America doesn't come along, Shield falls without a fight.
without a fight.
Because I mean, they were showing that Shield was falling without a fight, and then
Right.
Captain America and crew
Right.
show up
Right.
and save the all of the world, maybe, but definitely America.
Right.
You know,
And that because Hydra was going to take those 3 mega ships
Yeah.
over as soon as they came online,
right?
and by then it would have been too late. Nick Fury would.
You know,
True.
Zolof's there. He's telling that this is exactly what's going on in our world. We want you to beg for Big Brother to be watching you. We knew we couldn't just take you over. Can't say we're commandeering America.
Right.
No. We got to do it from another way. We got to make you let us take you over.
Right. We got
Beg us to take
right.
you over.
It's another fear thing. We got to
Right.
make
Get you
you-
so scared that you'll do anything.
Right.
You'll stay 6 feet with a mask on and believe
right.
that the flu stop. That's fear. They're just selling fear.
Right.
That's what governments do. They got to have something to control us when there's nothing else left to control us. They use war and fear to control.
Absolutely. This is that.
And this is that on
and
that
this
level.
is-
And Hydra's going to take it to the level where they're going to take over America in days.
Right. And this is not a new concept at all. So.
No, this is a common concept, but the characters make it awesome.
Right.
They do the characters right.
Again,
Simple concept.
A simple plot. Throw in these
Diabolical, evil government getting ready to take over the world and make it a more communistic Nazi place or whatever.
right.
And American values got to come save the day. It's the real simple plot. It goes back to cowboys and Indians. It goes back to, whatever,
Right. I
It's
mean,
the mean old government, Zorro, the mean old government. And we got to stand up and fight back or they're going to take us over.
Yeah.
But the characters made it awesome.
and then the fight scene with Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I mean,
The first one at the van and all out in the
All
street.
that,
Yeah.
and then the one with him and actual Captain America going at it again,
Yeah.
where he finds out that it's Bucky.
Right.
That psychologically that had to hurt.
Right. That had to just warp everything he thought was going on.
Right.
There's just,
He was already having problems right now. You
right.
know?
This is a crazy ass dynamic to my already mental instability.
Right. And I, right there, he knew he had to save Bucky.
Right. He gets a goal. He gets something he can fight for now. I
Right.
can fight to save Bucky.
So I mean, but in the end, they get captured. I like when Crossbone tells them to put the gun down. There's cameras. We can't.
We can't shoot them where everybody can see it.
Right.
But we'll say later they
especially-
died in their
right,
cells.
we can't tell them we're about to kill Captain America.
Right. Right.
But they end up escaping with help of Maria Hill. And then they go and find out that Nick Fury is still alive. A classic Nick
Right.
Fury.
Right.
Kill
Plan to get out, kill myself, get off the radar, off the grid. Best way off the grid is to be dead.
But I like that Nick Fury wanted to save Shield, but Captain America said, there is no shield.
Right.
There hasn't been shield.
Right. It's never been Shield. It's always been Hydra.
So
It's
we're
always you're just a different head of Hydra.
right. I like that he challenged Nick Fury and said that, no, this isn't happening. We're not. That shield never existed.
Right. And it shows that he has to start it from scratch.
Right. So
there can be you can't just pick up where you left off anymore. You can't do that.
right.
We showed that you're an evil organization that was, a puppet of Hydra.
Right.
There can be no shield in that sense that you think of.
Right. So now they gotta basically stop these ships from linking up and becoming alive to start.
Right. Once they link up, they'll become indestructible, I guess.
Yeah, and then they're gonna go.
I really wasn't clear on it. Sometimes that's that movie idea. I figured if they just stopped one, then they could never link up. So, but somehow they had to stop all three.
I think the two would still go, but
well, then they would only need to stop two. See what I'm saying? They made it so it had to be all three. I think they like to do threes in films.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Everything in a three. You pick this finger, then this finger, and then this finger, and it's the one. Yeah. It's not the third. It's always the third guy, and no to him, yes to him. It's a three thing. I didn't understand. They never explained exactly why. They tried. They threw an explanation out, but it wasn't really an explanation.
No.
Just that it has to be done this way. So.
But I mean, there's more cool scenes. I mean, and then we get the first big inspirational Captain America speech.
Yeah.
Finally, we're here, and the world should be grateful.
Attention all SHIELD agents. This is Steve Rogers. You've heard a lot about me over the last few days. Some of you were even ordered to hunt me down.
But I think it's time you know the truth. SHIELD is not what we thought it was. It's been taken over by Hydra.
Alexander Pierce is their leader. The Strike and Insight crew are Hydra as well. I don't know how many more.
But I know they're in the building.
They could be standing right next to you. They almost have what they want. Absolute control.
They shot Nick Fury.
And it won't end there.
If you launch those helicarriers today,
Hydra will be able to kill anyone that stands in their way.
We stop them. I know I'm asking a lot. But the price of freedom is high. It always has been. And it's a price I'm willing to pay. And if I'm the only one, then so be it. But I'm willing to bet I'm not.
Did you write that down first?
That he's known for.
Yeah, he gives it to SHIELD.
Right. So any true SHIELD agents.
Right. We've been infiltrated. Hydra's inside us. They're here amongst us.
Right. Time to fight.
Time to fight. Right. No more sitting around plotting and planning. You got to fight for America.
Yep. I mean, it's so inspirational that the lonely computer guy revolts against.
Right.
Where he's telling, I'm not going to do it.
He refuses. He's willing to die on the spot.
Right.
Because it's such an inspirational speech. Yeah.
But that's Captain America right there.
Right. He's more than the shield. He's more than he's a patriot.
Right.
He believes in what the Constitution, what the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence stand for. He stands for those things.
Yeah. And
he dislikes tyranny, no matter where it's from.
Yep.
More than just the bully. The bully is a tyrant, so it's tyranny he really stands against.
Right. Doesn't matter. Earth on another planet.
Right. Doesn't matter where. Right.
He'll fight against any tyranny.
Right. The Empire would have been in trouble if he'd have been friends with the Ewoks.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd have been all kinds of trouble for the Empire.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Stormtrooper and then all of a sudden gets hit with the shield.
Right.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
And it did show you Crossbones how powerful he is. I mean, he took Falcon out with
Yeah.
Falcon didn't even have a
Yeah.
chance.
He was beating Falcon for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And he warned him, you have no idea what you're getting into, buddy.
Yeah.
He knew that he was on another level.
Yep.
He knows he's on that elite level.
Right. Right.
He felt, and he was true, that in some ways he could hang with Cap. He got hits in. I'm just saying. He got hits in.
Where no one did. No one else did.
No one else on the team did. And that whole elevator scene, I have to watch again, but I don't think anybody else got to hit it.
I don't think so either. I don't. Yeah. I get that.
I mean, he laid the electricity to him several times.
Yeah.
He just knew that was going to win too.
And I think that surprised him that it didn't work.
Right. He was like, damn, I thought this was, I juiced mine up. You could tell this was juiced up just to make sure it worked on him, and it still didn't.
Still didn't. And I think that's when he's like, oh, this is a lost cause.
This is trouble.
But I mean, and one of the ships, Bucky finds him in the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, they have to do their fight.
They do their fight, and Captain America's place saying, "I'm not going to kill
He
you."
refuses to kill him, and even though Winter Soldier tries and tries and tries, Cap won't kill him. He wins, but he won't kill him.
Nope, he won't kill him even.
And then Winter Soldier has to make a choice, and then that's when Bucky makes the choice to save Cap.
Right, because
and go deal with who he is.
Yeah, since he first met him, even Winter Soldier like something familiar about the
And
guy.
he was impressed by this guy.
Yeah,
he saw it's that Captain America effect, that American spirit that I'm talking about. He imparts that on people. It's like when they walk away, they have to be different and feel and think and different and be a different being, because such goodness was in their presence and did that goodness.
It's like it changes their aura almost.
Right.
It feels like,
Right. A little cleanliness, a little patriotism, that is shot onto them.
All of a sudden now you can believe it. Now you're
right. You can believe in yourself more. Right.
And I call that.
I'm skipping to a but I remember in the comics one time Loki took on Captain America, and he stayed that way because he felt really great being Captain America. It felt awesome. The goodness that, he felt patriotic. He felt proud. He felt, that's that effect, that Captain America effect.
Right.